Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment. And we give you guys a fresh perspective on things that we see them in. Today, we're going to have a highly contentious show. I'm sure people are going to be insulting each other all throughout the comment section. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So about a day or so ago, no, less than a day or so ago, obviously depends on when you guys are watching this poll. Watching this show, I put up a number of polls on the channel. The first poll I put up, I'm going to get to the second one, which we're going to reveal in a second. But there was a first poll that I put up, which was, who's the best player on this list in their primes? And you had Dirk Nowitzki, Dwayne Wade, Kevin Durant, Allen Iverson, and Kevin Garnett. And out of the, 10,000 voters, 8% went with Kevin Garnett, 28% went with Allen Iverson, 32% went with Kevin Durant, 20% of our voters went with Dwayne Wade, and 12% went with Dirk. If it was me and I'm looking at this list, I would say, man, it's tough because Dwayne Wade was a monster. He really was. Prime Dwayne Wade was an absolute nightmare. But so was Kevin Durant. Right, but then so was Allen Iverson. So I'm not really wrong. I'm not really upset with people. If I had to vote, I think I would just probably go with KD, just for the fact that KD was just so hard to guard. But then KD was on a really stacked team. Then you look at the AI. So I can understand people that probably went with Dwayne Wade. But also, if you look at Dirk had probably the greatest run in NBA history to win a championship. So you have that. Then we had another poll, which was the one that's more controversial. Right after that, we put up another poll with the following question to the audience. Who's the best player on this list in their primes? We had Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Magic Johnson. And in this poll, so far, we have 17,000 people that have voted, and I'm sure the number is going to continue to go up. So this is the poll that I want to get into. But before we even get into the results of this poll, this video is brought to you by our sponsor, Game Time, who is the official sponsor of today's show. Game Time makes getting NBA Finals tickets even faster and easier than ever before. For example, I am super excited about the games between the Dallas Mavericks and the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals. With Game Time tickets, I can easily pick the best tickets for me. I love that I can choose between different deals. I have the option to select the cheaper deal, the best option deal, or my favorite, the flash deal. The flash deal gives me the option to find discounts that I can only find on Game Time. Once I select the ticket I want, I can view my seat. And it's not just restricted to the NBA. I can also look for the best ticket deals for other sports like football, baseball, or concerts, or comedy or theater shows. Included in my purchase, I also have a 24-hour return guarantee, a lowest price guarantee, event cancellation protection. So take the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So let's get into the results of this poll. So of the 17,000 voters, 13% of them voted for Magic Johnson. 8% of them voted for Hakeem Olajuwon. Here's where it gets interesting. 15% of them voted for Shaquille O'Neal. 16% of them voted for LeBron James. And 47% of them voted for Kobe Bryant. This poll drew so much conversation that the poll right now has 440 likes, but that's not the crazy part. And it has generated 919 comments of people just basically insulting each other back and forth. Let me go through some of the polls, some of the questions, some of the responses. One person says, Peak Dream was MVP, Finals MVP, and Defensive Player the same year. Good point. Prime Hakeem was crazy good too. Another person said, Shaq was a real life monster. Another person said, Shaq was a force of nature. Another person said, being in his prime was a killer. Another person said, I'm just thinking, whom would I want? No question, Hakeem. Somebody said, Kobe with the most votes, dear Lord. Another person said, the answer is Shaq. Another person said, Prime Shaq was unstoppable. Another person said, LeBron over Magic is dumb as hell. LeBron should be last in this conversation. Another person said Kobe was Jordan's spawn, respectfully. Another person said Magic. Then some people put out their rankings. Kobe, Magic, Kareem, Olajuwon, LeBron. Another person said Kobe. Another person said MJ, Kobe, Shaq, all ahead of LeBron James. And another person said, y'all really picking LeBron over Shaq? And then one final person said, Kobe, really, people? So those were the responses to the poll, right? And you can go in there and leave your 2 cents. Just be careful, man, because there's ruckus in there. People are really going at it. Let me go over the results, first of all. I'm not surprised at Hakeem and Magic getting the least amount of votes because maybe the recency bias. People used to seeing these guys play more, although those guys played not too long ago. So the one I really want to focus on are LeBron, Shaq, and Kobe Bryant. Notice I said prime. And with prime usually indicates a certain amount of years. Let's say prime is, 6 to 8 years. That's when a player is in their primes. Well, if you look at Shaq in his prime, in those 3 years with the Lakers, he was the most dominant force people have argued ever. But his prime was very small in terms of the time span. It wasn't like 7 years, right? If you look at now Kobe and LeBron, and this is where it gets interesting, because both of them were in their primes for a good amount of time. I think Kobe was at his best from 2002 to 2012. I think LeBron was at his best. He got drafted in what? I think LeBron got drafted in what, 2003? I think LeBron was at maybe his best from 2005 to 2000. No, let me say 2005 to 2000 and I don't know, 17 or thereabout, about 10, 11 years. So now Kobe and LeBron both had a long period of time. Let's say 10 years, 10-year prime. The question now becomes, who do you pick? Well, let's look at both players. LeBron is sort of a Swiss Army knife. He can get you rebounds. He can play make for you. He can score for you, and also he has other attributes like his ability to push the break and his court vision. Blah 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 blah. We understand that. In the case of Kobe, Kobe can score a lot of damn points. He can defend at a very high level, like all first NBA team level. So Kobe, is going to give it to you on both sides of the floor. He can play make, but not necessarily at the level of a LeBron. We then have to look at their intangibles. The intangibles. Kobe Bryant, I personally believe, is a better leader. He is clutch. He has the most game winners in NBA history, so he's gonna make a lot of shots. He's mentally tougher than LeBron. That is clear. And he knows how to drive his players better because Kobe is not passive aggressive. Kobe is more confrontational, and therefore he's able to extract success out of players, results out of players immediately. Whereas LeBron is a lot more passive aggressive, and before he pushes you, he'll trade you. He'll get you traded. To me, it comes down to your preference. Now, personally, I think it's Kobe. Because Kobe in his prime, like, if you go look at number 8, Kobe, it's incredible, really. I mean, you're basically looking at Michael Jordan. You're basically looking at Michael Jordan, like Kobe with number 8. Basically, is what you're looking at. Jordan has a slight edge over him, slightly better defender, slightly more efficient, although Kobe took more difficult shots. But Kobe also had more, he could shoot more range, had a lot of creativity. So you're basically looking at Jordan. Whereas LeBron is a bit different. Now, if you had to ask me and I had to pick, if this poll was just down to 2 players, maybe we just need to do a poll of 2 players, I would certainly go with Kobe over LeBron. But I would definitely go with LeBron over Shaq because of the duration, right, of his prime. Same thing with Kobe. So this is my take on it. What I want to know from you guys is, who do you pick? whoever you guys pick, make sure you go on that poll, vote for you guys choose, and make sure you leave a comment to support your pick. Once again, thank you guys for your attention. We catch you guys on the next show. Peace.